Today we are grabbing some really fun mirrors from the Dollar Tree in hopes to create some gorgeous DIYs just in time for the holiday season. If you're just needing a few extra touches, I found several different mirrors that we can put to really good use. I feel like this style is a really good deal for just the $1.25 price point. You could just hang these on the wall in sets of 2 or 3 and they would look super nice. But to make these into a DIY, I wanted to create a centerpiece. If you want these to be a little bit more sturdy, you can attach a board underneath. But I'm just going to go ahead and attach these together and create like this longer piece that I can add in some glass candle holders. I picked these up in gold, so I didn't even have to paint them, but you could tape off the mirror and paint them any color that you would like. I added 3 of these tall candle holders, and then I'm going to be filling in all of this with some greenery. Now I picked up this flocked PVC type greenery from Dollar General, but they do sell it at Dollar Tree that you can just flock yourself with a little bit of white paint, and this was really fun. I just kind of twisted it in between the glasses, and then I'm going to be adding in some more greenery to really fill this in. So I feel like it looked a little bit cheap leaving it as is, so I'm taking some of these garland ties and just twisting them together. It didn't matter what size, it just made various little picks that I could put in there and glue these down in place, and they just kind of give it a little bit more dimension, but also making it look so much nicer with like different styles of the greenery. And then I have these mini little Christmas flowers from the Dollar Tree, so I'm just gluing them all over. I love how the white really pops off the green, and then like I mentioned, you can just take white paint and kind of flock the greenery as much as you want. I didn't even do it on the garland ties, but after I got it all filled in, I feel like it looks so elegant and would create such a gorgeous Christmas centerpiece. Next up, you can kind of do the same thing just with one single mirror. So I'm using the same style mirror and then taking one of these candle holders that I found at Dollar Tree and gluing this to the bottom. If you can't find this style of a candle holder or a little candle stand, you can just use the normal glass ones and paint it gold or white, whichever color that you would like, and kind of doing the same thing I did before, adding in this clear tall candle holder and then adding in a bunch of greenery. So I just feel like getting this cheap greenery and putting it down first just is going to fill it in, and I won't have to use as many of my floral picks. Now is the fun part. After I got all the greenery down, I went in with just some more pieces that I found on floral picks and added them in. I had some silver berries and silver ornaments. I went with silver because this is going to last past Christmas. I can leave these little arrangements out on my counter until way after Christmas, like after the New Year's, pretty much all winter. So I love how it just kind of looks snowy and, like I say, will last so much longer. You can grab these thick style mirrors to create some really fun sceneries that you can set out and decorate with. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a snowman from the Dollar Tree as well as a tree to glue down on here to create like a fun Christmas scene. So I love these $1.25 trees. I hope you guys could find them. I know that I found these a couple of weeks ago, so let me know if you were able to find these gorgeous trees at your Dollar Tree. I did use a ton of glue because I know sometimes gluing on glass, it doesn't want to hold as good. So just glued these down. Now the arms on this snowman were really dramatic and big, so I decided to go ahead and remove them, but you can keep them. I even thought it would be cute if I wanted to go find new little arms like out of the yard, some tiny little sticks to put in there, but I just left this as is, but I felt like it needed some snow. So I ended up taking my hot glue gun and just kind of gluing all over the mirror and adding in a bunch of this fake snow. And this kind of reminds me of just like how like a little snow globe scenery without the snow globe piece, but I love this. It looks so cute sitting on a shelf. I know this video is all about mirrors, so hoping this counts, but I have these leftover wall mirrors and I've used these in a ton of different projects. They're like these little mirrored houses and they're really cool. They're meant to like put on the wall, but they're kind of small. I feel like it might look odd if you just kind of randomly put them on the wall as a sticker. So I wanted to create a fun sign with them. That would be perfect for this winter. Once again, trying to extend this to last past the holidays, but it needed a new background. So I did take some gray vinyl, go ahead and cut that down to size. I know it's hard to get it perfect in these signs where the middle doesn't remove, so I just get it down in there the best I can, and then cutting away any of the excess with like an X-Acto knife. This is actually a Cricut branded knife. And then I kind of wanted to get rid of the mirrors, so I ended up painting all of these little houses with some white paint, as well as this little wooden home sign that also come from Dollar Tree. I let those completely dry and then glued everything down in place. I thought this was kind of fun and unique, sticking the little houses up to the side like that. And then I added some greenery in the corner, and then I thought that I would be completely finished after this, but then I wanted to give it a little bit more sparkle, so I ended up adding in some fake snow. This actually worked out really great because I didn't get the vinyl cut down perfect. There was a little bit of the pink showing through on the bottom, so this kind of looks intentional, just putting the snow at the bottom, but it's also covering up all of those flaws. Next up, I am grabbing some of these little square mirrors and I'm going to make them over. Now, this didn't turn out exactly like I imagined. I kind of imagined leaving some of the mirror to be visible, but it just didn't work out that way. I mixed a tiny bit of white paint with some Mod Podge, and I expected when it dried to be a little bit more see-through, but it wasn't, but I went ahead and just went with it. I have done this in the past, just mixing a tiny bit of white paint, and you were able to see through it, so I'm not sure what happened. I think I just had way too much white paint. But anyways, it still turned out really cute. I made it to where you were still able to see some of the silver edges, but I feel like to give it some dimension, I added in some of these white snowflakes, and it still looks really elegant and gorgeous. But if I was going to make this again, I definitely would go a little bit lighter on the paint and glue mixture and make it to where you could see more of the mirror. And then I'm going to construct a little box, so this will make the perfect little floral vase. I wasn't sure about what to put down in the bottom to hold it up, but then I discovered that this square jar fit perfect, so this actually turned out really good. I just put the jar down inside and then filled it with my favorite florals, but I feel like it turned out really pretty, and even though it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it, I still really like it. And then if you grab one of these flat mirrors and add it to a candle plate, you can make a really cool, like, little ice skating snowy scene. I thought it would be so fun, like, originally to turn this into a little ice skating piece and use some of the little Dollar Tree Village people, but it ended up turning into a little fun snowy scene for me, but kind of doing the same thing I did before, using Mod Podge and a tiny bit of paint to dab on a really thick, like, snowy look. But you can see like the mirror a little bit through it, and it looks so elegant and beautiful. I added a mixture of Epsom salt and fake snow to the edges to give it that perfect little crystallized snowy look, and then added on some fun pieces. I have some mini little trees, a wooden house from Target, as well as this little white truck ornament. And you can see that I left like the mirror showing in the middle. Once again, I think this would be an adorable little ice skating rink, so I have to make that sometime. But I feel like this still looks so cute and elegant, and I love this so much. I would even love to make this on like a bigger scale. And then for just like a super simple stand, you can grab one of these large mirrors as well as any type of candle holder or candle stand like I used before. And then for this, I'm going to dress it up a little bit more and use one of these little plates that come on the bottom of like a terracotta pot. So I already had this, but you could like trade this out for anything that you already have on hand, maybe a little wooden circle or anything circular that you could glue on the bottom. Now I ended up removing the mirror from this frame, painting it white and then replacing it, as well as painting the little candle holder and circle terracotta piece white, gluing these all together, and this makes the most gorgeous riser. I think it's so perfect to use these little mirrored risers at Christmas time because they're so super trendy. You can find them at high-end stores and create like fun looks with them, but adding like candles and string lights, this looks so elegant and beautiful.